Hello and welcome to my gardening tour. I'm going to make an introduction of my garden for you. So the first you see all the sunflowers. It's the black Russian sunflowers uh, that are growing pretty good. The first year, because every year the groundhogs eating them when they still little, and this year, knock knock on wood, they didn't yet, so they growing. And you can see the sunflowers here, and then next we have some squash, tomatoes, and here you can see the cilantro going to seeds. And I'm waiting actually on them to go all to seed, and then I'll pull it out and I'll plant some flowers here. And I have some zinnia here and some irises, and this is black-eyed Susan here. This is Mr. Stripy tomato that I finally found at the nursery, first time in a few years. And this is my garlic from the last year, and some more cilantro for seeds. And this is rutabaga, and there used to be some spinach, but it's not growing too good in this weather because it's too hot, so it just kind of died out. And I planted some flowers here, and here you see onions and cilantro, the row of onions and fresh cilantro coming. And there is tomatoes. So tomatoes, I have 2 tomatoes in a row on each side of the row, and they about probably 3 feet away from each other. So there's some basil, there's the eggplant, and there's some more cilantro and beets, and here's a dill and a carrot, and more tomatoes coming. And there's some lettuce that it started bolting, but we have the groundhog ate the tops of them. And there we have some cabbage, and basil, another tomato, some dill, tomatoes, the lilies by the barn. And here's some beets growing, and there's another eaten up lettuce that was growing into seeds. So there's some mustard green, more tomatoes coming, and some kale, some more mustard greens. And here are new tomatoes I just planted. I just transplanted from my back porch, those 2. And you can see a milkweed coming for butterflies. I just planted it for pollinators here. And it went all over the place. It's growing on all sides. And here's my another sunflower here, coming and turned into the sun. It has some bug in it, stink bug here. You can see him. There he is. Probably need to kill him. And yeah, so there's some more sunflowers, and here's a kiwi that I transplanted here from inside, and it's kind of putting vines out. And this is my strawberry place, and I just transplanted strawberries into this little bed this year. They were growing all over the place, and I just put them all in this area on this bed. And there's some more tomatoes, more tomatoes and basil. Oh, and see those tomatoes? Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And then more tomatoes. We love tomatoes. So there's a fig tree going. We saw that it was frozen over the winter, so it just putting out the new tree here. So hopefully we'll have some figs this year. There's our tomato. There's some little flowers here. There's flowers and an eggplant here. Tomato. And we are back. There are more tomatoes. The Mr. Stripey here. Yeah, and let me go. And oh, and I have a lot of sheep sorrel, which is pretty good. It's actually a good remedy for cancer. There's some sheep sorrel. I have a lot of sheep sorrel. And here I have a lot of, oh, and see, this is my squash that, see, got eaten yesterday by our groundhog. Yeah. So let me drink a little bit of wine here. There's my glass of wine. And I'll continue. Cheers. Okay, so and this is a bed that I have cucumbers on. There's the cucumbers and another sunflowers and the small cucumbers coming in. And you see there's a lot of flowers coming, perennials. And here I have some cabbage. This is lettuce, so it's kind of middle of June. And it's still going, so I'm very happy about it. So we're still making salads. And here, of course, tomatoes, some kale. And this is, it's like something spicy. Some spicy lettuce going into the seeds. And here some more cabbage, and it's for some reason it's just not forming the heads, so I think it's either too hot. I don't know. I never had the success growing cabbage, so some of them are turning into heads, but some of them are not. So, and yeah, so it's got eaten some of it too. There's different kind of kale. And this is my mustard green and more lettuce. If you notice, I covered everything with the grass clippings to keep it from drying out because it's so hot right now. And here's some more tomatoes, beets, cucumbers. Cool cucumbers and zinnia and some other flowers, 4 o'clock, and there's the cucumbers, and there's little cucumbers are coming. I can see them coming. See if I can find one to show you where it is. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see, I even found some bigger cucumber today. See if I can find it. Here, there it is. It's almost a normal size cucumber. So I'm very excited about it for salad while we still have all the greens. And there's the first sunflower coming. Yeah. And this is black-eyed Susan. There's some cleones. And this is a little row of corn on the side, and a little bit of okra too. I need to plant some more okra. They're still on the back porch, and I need to plant them. So okra and tomatoes. See tomatoes coming, tomatoes blooming, and some of them have the small tomatoes. There we go. And here again my lettuce, the whole row of lettuce that we used the whole spring. And of course flowers and cucumbers. Can you see cucumbers? There they are. They're all blooming. All blooming. If you look inside, they have all the blooms. And the sunflowers. And so there's the front side of the garden, right next to the barn. And after a break, I'll show you. I'll go drink a glass of wine, and I'll show you the second part of the garden right here on the back side of our yard. Thank you for watching. See you later.